day. You want to see wonderful day. Ain't stressing about nothing right now cause everything's straight. I'm feeling so grateful, thinking my makeup for this wonderful.
Guys, good evening, sir. Sergeant G again from the Stone Bet, sir. How you guys doing this evening? It's a Friday night, like always. That's why I keep shooting these things on a Friday, because after a long work week, man, you know, being a vet, on top of that, you just get frustrated. It's just been a hard week, you know, especially this week. Today, September 11th. By the time you see this, it'll be what, September 9th, next Friday, whatever the case may be, you know. And so, like I said, I'm a 9-year war vet, Marine Corps war vet, you know. And so I like doing this to bring other veterans on with me to enjoy the evening, enjoy the Friday night, allow me to decompress from the stress that I've dealt with all week. This week was a little bit faster, but like I said, this week I've actually had to go fight to keep my job this week, you know. They got onto me. I self-identified saying I used THC to deal with my PTSD, my anxiety, my depression that the government gave me for serving for so long. That's why I'm all dressed up today. Got the collar and everything. Collar's popped. I had to take the tie off you today, you know. So, but it's been great, you know. I'm too old to be playing on TikTok, but I'm on TikTok playing, right? And I got Miss Resilient Laura Hall with me this evening out of Florida. She's an Air Force veteran. If you guys don't know who Laura Hall is, man, you guys got to do your research, dude. Like, this woman here with some associates have went through and changed the UCMJ. You guys don't know, if you guys are a vet, you know the Uniform Code of Military Dress is what we had to hold ourselves up to while we were serving in the military, you know. And it's the law, it's the military law, you know. Yeah. And so, without further ado, this is Ms. Laura from the United States Air Force. You know what we say about them chair force people, you know.
Hey, don't make me go having to make another crayon eating video for you. Okay?
Oh, we love you guys so much. But without further ado, let me bring Ms. Laura on. Let her just tell you a little bit of what she's done and where she's been, and then we'll get into what she's doing to help veterans like us that deal with the stress that we deal with as a civilian after we've gotten out of the military. Laura, it's all yours.
Oh, goodness. I'm not going to go through my whole story, but I'll just go through a quick rundown.
Touch base on it. Touch base. Let people know who you are and what you've done.
A little bit. Okay. See how you see me now? You're going to see me completely differently in a couple of seconds if you don't know my story. So I am a U.S. Air Force intelligence specialist, and I joined after 9/11 proudly. I was a senior in high school, and I actually visited Ground Zero right after 9/11. It was actually me and my late husband John. We went together. It was his first trip ever to New York, and I was born in New York, so I actually had two cousins in the tower. Thankfully, under very weird circumstances, they both ended up late that day to work, so they were both okay. But the call to service was never something that was ever in my mind prior to really 9/11. I knew that I was going to college, I was going to join a sorority, I did pageants, I was that girl, okay?
Right.
Mind you, yes. So at first they actually said, you know, for the job that I really wanted, that it was going to take like a year and a half, a delayed entry program to get in, and I waited and I did my due diligence. But as I was waiting, accidentally ran for a pageant and won. So I got crowned Miss Latina Puerto Rico, and right as I was going to the internationals, about a week or two later, I was accepted into the delayed entry program, and they said, you have to drop your title. So I did, and went into the Air Force at 97 pounds and had to deadlift 100 pounds over my head for my job qualification. Literally after I did that, on my second try, I was like, I got this. I was like, I'll be okay.
What was the purpose of them making you deadlift?
Because you may be put in the field to have to carry weight. They have to ensure that you can be able to carry the weight. You know, actually went in, this is actually funny, everybody's gonna hate me for this. I went in with a weight waiver.
A weight waiver because you're so little.
Because I was so little.
You're so little.
I was so little. I was the one who got to actually, yeah. So you know that weird table off on the side where like the guys get to go sit if you're like, you're good, or like either you have to eat like less or you have to eat more. That was the side I was at. And they would always give me double portions, double the milk, double everything. And I had to eat everything. It wasn't a time thing for me.
Oh,
so
you
I
lucked out, man. I got like 30 seconds. I was the last
you
one to
see what it did to me? Nah. It like
you
never
grown now. You grown now. You gonna be
Yep. Yep.
You grown now and you got babies. So
I got babies. It's all sort of messed up now. Nothing to look at here. You won't be seeing any thirst traps on my page. Doctor ordered to stay home because of my heart, because of the fact that like I actually just got out of the hospital in February for something. And I've actually been not putting off going back to the doctor, but kind of pushing back.
Pushing back, right?
Thinking, right?
What they say? What they say your issue is with your heart?
In 2016, I went into labor, and 37 hours, and 4 hours of pushing is when they decided that since Johnny was no longer breathing, they could authorize a emergency C-section, which they did. And the second they cut him out, I remember, and I'm not trying to be graphic, and I apologize for anybody that this may trigger, but the blue sheet that they separate you, sprayed with blood. And I remember looking left, seeing my son completely blue and limp. And then I saw the blood, I looked to the right, and I was out. The story is 4 hours later, I ended up in the critical care unit, cardiac critical care. And what they did not know at the time was that basically it had stressed so much of my heart that it was breaking itself down. Like I was pushing so hard. And then later to find out that it was my fault because they did not notice that my hips didn't separate properly. Sorry, I'm not home. I don't have my proper equipment. I apologize.
You're good. You're fine. You're fine. At least you're here to make the call. At least you're here to make the call. Right? This is what you do.
Exactly. Adapt and overcome, guys. Adapt and overcome. Let's see. Water bottle and coins. There you go.
There you go.
There we go. Better? Okay. So, long story short, yes. Could they have done something? Absolutely. Did they? No. Was I lucky? Yes. I actually was sent home 2 weeks into it after Johnny was born, and I wasn't feeling good being at home. And I kept on saying, I was like, there's just something wrong. I can't breathe. And sure enough, thank God I didn't fall asleep that night. I took my own advice and I went back to the hospital. And I had full-blown pneumonia. I had a DVT. I have a pulmonary embolism, and my heart function was only 15%. So then they immediately put a life vest on me, and I really don't remember much after that. Now, this is just talking on the basis of, TRICARE's policy almost killed me, and it just killed my friend's wife.
And so that's what you're doing, is actually fighting what these regulations or TRICARE is putting out there for.
Exactly. I'm gonna go and work with an organization that is already doing this, and I'm gonna put a face and a story to their cause. That is my purpose.
Okay.
I'm not looking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not necessarily looking to reinvent the wheel.
No, you're just trying to make the wheel better.
I'm just trying to be like, hey, look, been there, done that. Here's the proof.
Right.
Absolutely. So if people don't go out there and tell their stories, how is anybody going to know?
Right.
Because
how's anybody going to know anything about it? How if they don't know, it's like the blind leading the blind. If they don't know, they don't know. You can't get mad at them if they don't know.
Exactly. And I'm not mad at anybody for not knowing. It's also the point of, it could be my responsibility to make enough noise to the right people, since I may know the right people. Yeah,
I mean, with what you've been doing, with what you've done with the UCMJ and just what you're doing now, advocating for veterans, you have your hands in the pot where you can stir some stuff up and some people will listen,
I'm trying, because and it's actually very interesting and I really appreciate you having me on, because I'm such a complex topic that even some reporters are like, I don't know, she could say the wrong thing. I'm not having her on my show.
And that's what's great about being on a veteran show, because you can say what you want, how you want it, when you want it. There's no censors here. I'm not censoring you like the media will censor you. That's not what I do here. My goal is just to make sure that the right people hear the right word. That's all it is. It's education. That's the biggest thing for veterans, is that once you separate from service, you're not educated. You're told what to do, when to do, how to do it, right? Mm-hmm. You're told when, where, how, and why. Well, you ain't told why until afterwards, but you're told, But when you get out of service, you ain't got somebody telling you, hey, you need to go do this. You have to be here at this time. You have to do this. The veterans don't have the resources. They don't know. They don't have an understanding. And so that's the whole reason. That's the whole reason I created the Stone Vet, is to help veterans get the resources that are out there, like you. They don't know who you are. They're like, fuck, I don't know who that is. That's just some pretty girl. I don't know. She's an Air Force.
No.
Or whatever the case may be. But to get an understanding of what you're doing, what kind of service you're providing, and how you're helping the veteran community, how you're like this, you're helping fight for TRICARE to get rid of your regulations, some of the regulations you have, because you're costing life.
Yeah.
You're starting to become as bad as the VA. You're taking life away instead of helping people.
Exactly. And the whole thing is how we have to think about this. We all know how the military works. If we can prove to them that they're losing more money in the end, right?
That's the biggest thing. It's always money. That's what it becomes.
It does. And it always comes down to money. And it's a sick fact. But if we play their game, we can manipulate the system to protect ourselves and to protect each other.
Absolutely.
And that's how we have to keep looking at this. What really bothers me is, okay, again, another topic I can talk on, police brutality.
Yeah. You can talk on it. With what you've had to do with your life, you've done a lot. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. It's similar to me. Like me, I'm 37 years old, but the crap I've been through, like most 60-year-old people, haven't even been through the crap that I've been through.
Oh no, I love seeing people's reactions of like me when they're like, "Wait, you've been through all that," and then like, "No, you haven't." I was like, "Well, go research. I'm not going to sit here and prove to you."
Go research.
It's out there.
Right, it's there. All the media is there. It shows you. I'm not lying. I'm not lie about something like that. I'm not. It's not going to benefit me to lie about something like that.
You can explain something to me. Who wants to be in my shoes? Like, really? Like, honestly?
Right.
Really?
Why would I lie about this? Why would I want this to be true? Like, why would I even?
Exactly my point.
Why would I lie about it?
dude, really?
Right. You know, because with the crap that you dealt with, I mean, with your past husband, you know, it's just like, damn, you know, you got all reason to be pissed at the police, you know, you got all
But
reason
you want
in the world, but
yeah, I do. But at the same time, that's where we make the mistake right there. Is you said that I'm pissed at the police. I'm not pissed at the police.
mm-mm.
I'm pissed at the one officer that decided that tasing him for too long while he was in a mental state, which produced too much alkaline in his body during his emotional breakdown, where we all know what it's like to hit fight or flight. And when I mean he hit fight or flight, I mean he thought the cops were literally coming to get him. And
No,
he
it happens. And this is the PTSD.
it does. We can snap. It is 100%. But what I don't blame is the police officer that responded, who did not understand and did not get the proper information on the call.
He wasn't educated on it. He wasn't given the right information.
The whole group wasn't educated. It was a pylon.
Right.
It took about 6 men to take him down eventually. And what people need to understand is that at his final moments, he was not even capable of injuring another person, because the motorcyclist, who happened to be a veteran, by the way, that he tried to steal his motorcycle after the car accident, had a weapon on him. Now, my husband had no issue subduing him. He would have had no issue killing him. Correct, sir?
No, absolutely. You know, it's true. I mean, I've had a brother now. He like that PTSD fight or flight. He was him and his wife were on the way back to Portland, Oregon. They were going I think they were going down south to Arizona to visit some friends before they started heading up to Portland, Oregon. He suffered some shit when he was in the Navy. He had seen some shit, been blown up. His PTSD was horrible for him. Like, it was just absolutely horrible. And it kicked in whenever he was driving. It kicked in when he was driving. He ended up taking his vehicle off road. When he hit the ground, when he took his vehicle off road, when he bottomed out, he like shocked him, brought him back out of it, right? And he looked over and he saw his wife, and he was like, shit, you know. So he gets out of the car. He gets out of the car to go help her. And when he gets out to get her, something triggers it again. Boom. Somebody's on the side of the road. They're trying to help them. They're trying to help him, you know.
And
what he feels like he's being under attack. He's coming out feeling like he's under attack. So he goes after them, and he ends up jumping on their vehicle, and they drive off with him on the hood. And then so many miles down the road, he flies off, and that was it. That was the end. You know, and it's just like, this is what we try to do. I mean, the PTSD, we deal with that. Whatever, no matter what walk of life. You serve in the military, you got PTSD, regardless of
freaking. Stay away from the stigma, people. It's issued to you.
Yeah.
At basic training at this
point. Basic training, exactly. Regardless you go to war or not. If you don't go to war, well, so be it. But the shit you got to encounter in order to be able to fight for this country, they put you through some crap. They put you through some shit, so you're able to how are you going to deal with it? How are you going to deal with it when the bullets start flying down range, and guess what? You got somebody with a knife to your throat. What are you going to do? How are you going to deal with it? You train for it. It's like they say, I was trained to do bad things to bad people.
Exactly.
Know? And so when I deal with things, like me personally, I deal with some stupid shit. I get some nasty thoughts in my head, and I'm like, all it's going to take is a trigger is all I need.
One snap, like one bad word. One
bad word. You talk to me one wrong way, and I will snap, and I will do it.
Tell me I'm the reason my husband died.
Yeah. You're not, though. You're not the reason. You are not the reason. There's shit we deal with. Look, like on my last episode 2, right? I brought on Active Duty RX founder and CEO. He's an Afghan war vet. He understood. That's why he created Active Duty RX. Because when we deal with PTSD, anxiety, and depression, That because our nervous system is screwed up in our head.
Exactly.
It's like I tell people, I said, if you've dealt with a muscle spasm, you know, fuck, that hurts. I got to go to the chiropractor. I got to go to a masseuse to get it rubbed out, right? It's the same shit that's in your brain.
Killing me, man.
It's the same shit that goes on with your brain when you're, yeah, exactly. You're like, let me go get rubbed out. Let me get a massage, or let me get popped. Let him pop some bones so I get that muscle to loosen up, right? So the same thing happens in our heads when we're dealing with anxiety, depression, PTSD, just the shit, sadness. When we're sad, is because inside our brain, our freaking nervous system is all clamped up like a spasm, and it's trying to move, and it's trying to figure out, why can I not get going? Why can I not adjust? But taking like the active duty RX, the natural remedies, the 17 natural ingredients that are in there, it helps start massaging that nervous system and actually extending it and making it go long and the way it's supposed to function. Is it a cure-all? Hell no, it's not a cure-all, but it helps. It helps when there's a bad day, when it's a cloudy day like today. Today's a horrible day. Like I said, it's September 11th. It's a bad day, you know. Here in Oklahoma, it's been cloudy and raining all day, on and off all day, just cloudy and gloomy. The sun never came out.
Do you see where I'm at?
You look like you on the beach somewhere.
I'm legit on the beach, man.
You're in Florida, though, so yeah, you can be on the beach.
Self-care, people. It's important.
Absolutely. I got a brother out there. He's out there in Clearwater. He's out there in Clearwater, Florida. He's out there. Yeah, he's gonna see this. He's gonna know what I'm talking about. Jason gonna know what I'm talking about. But he's out there in Clearwater. He's out there in Florida too, like you. You know.
Well, actually, cool. Maybe we can get together with him, and I can actually have somebody else on your podcast.
No, absolutely. Who you got?
My shirt that I'm wearing. So this is Michelle Ladd's shirt. And she is a military mom that travels the country in a wrapped RV of different pictures of a lot of my friends who are injured vets. And we all advocate and tell our stories. And she helps spread different resources and programs to help all of us who are struggling.
Absolutely.
And she's literally just doing it out of the kindness of her heart. And I fully support her, and she's coming next month, I believe, to come and interview me, and maybe we can bring your brother along and she'll be here for a couple of days. And
no, absolutely, I'd love to be able to do. All right, let's go ahead and take a break right now. I'm gonna let the sponsors, Rafa 180, come on and thank them for their sponsorship and run their commercial.
Sounds good.
We would like to give a huge thanks to Rafa 180 for being a sponsor. Rafa 180 offers pure medicinal CBD. They walk alongside individuals to achieve a healthy lifestyle with options needed by each person. You can learn more about them on Facebook at Rafa CBD, their website www.rafa180.com, or email at rafacbd@gmail.com. They truly believe your journey matters.
Your job is to find it. Find the purpose. Why are you still here? There's a reason why you're here. The Lord and Savior said it ain't time for you to come home yet. What is your purpose? I don't give a fuck if you're 10 years old or you're 110 years old. You have a purpose here. You may not know it, but you may be making an impact on somebody's life. You don't know.
I have been thinking that.
They won't tell you until it's over with. To say, dude, you had an impact on my life. You changed my life. That's all it takes. That's my goal with the Stone Vet. If I can save one person's life, I've met my goal. One person. I can't save thousands of people. I'm not Jesus Christ. I can't go.
I'm not gonna lie.
5,000 people, 10,000 people. My goal is to try to get the word out and let vets know somebody's there for you. Are days hard? Hell yeah, days are hard. Days get hard. Fuck yeah, they get hard. Like I said, I had to go fight for my job. I got 7 kids at home I got to take care of. I got to make sure they got medical, they got dental, they got food in their mouths, they got diapers on their butts, they got clothes and shoes on them.
Okay, I can help you with those resources. We got to work in your city.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm trying to establish this here in Oklahoma. Get Oklahoma established so all the vets in Oklahoma. I'm not a big state. I'm big, but not like huge. But if I can make sure that the vets in Oklahoma know, hey, here in these little small podunk towns in the middle of freaking nowhere, this company right here said they can help you with whatever you need. Making sure that the resources are there for the vets. Hell, that's why I post vet to vet crisis line, because days get dark. They get dark. We deal with some shit that people don't understand. Like, why that make you mad? Let me tell you why that made you mad. Let me tell you why that made me mad. Because they're ignorant. I deal with a lot of ignorant people, right? Just with my job alone. All my management is as ignorant as can be. They don't understand what the resource, they don't understand the crap I got to deal with, the crap I got to do to do my job. And when I ask them for help, you know what they say? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
That's an unsupportive leadership that needs to back somebody who is literally only trying to do something to help themselves, to better themselves, to make them a better employee for you. So if they cannot recognize that, are you really in the right job?
I'm not in the right job. I've been trying to find a way out for about a year now. I've been working there for
I'm writing my book right now, and I'm really owning my story. And I think that's why I came back is, nobody's seen me publicly. This is my first public thing.
Look at that. I got to bring you on publicly. Look at that. I know you're like, oh, he's small. Ain't nobody watching his channel yet. He's too small. Ain't nobody going to watch this.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. No.
Everybody's got to start somewhere. Absolutely. And that's the whole reason I created the Stone Vet. That's what I told him. I said, look, man, maybe it won't go nowhere. Maybe it won't do anything. Maybe I won't ever get 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, or whatever the case may be. But my goal is to reach at least one person. Let one person see it. Hell, if you're watching it, share it. I guarantee you know a vet that might benefit from it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows a vet. I don't care who you are. Everybody knows at least one vet.
One of us is that pissed off old man down the road. I promise you.
Absolutely. That pissed off old man that gets pissed every time you walk on his grass. I guarantee you some retired mass sergeant because you pissed off. Get off my damn grass.
Yeah, exactly. It'll make his day to send this to you to be sensitive. Yeah, or her. It don't matter him or her. There's somebody out there. But that's my goal. That's my goal here with the Stone Vet, is just to reach out to the community, let veterans know, hey, brother, I'm here for you. If I'm not here for you, I know somebody that's here for you. She's right here to my left or to your right, however you're watching this. Your community we have to build our community around us. If we don't build our community, then we're going to fall. We're going to hurt. And we're not going to have anybody to go to and say, dude, I'm hurting right now. It sucks. When it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. We have to think faster than the problem. And
that's what it comes down to, you know what I'm saying? That's what they always say. That's what they train you. Move, shoot, communicate. Move, shoot, communicate, right?
I have been so empowered by everybody lately, and I'm owning my own voice, which is a very important thing for me. I've been so scared of my story and who it's made me become that I've finally have done so much therapy and so much reflection that I'm just like, whoa, hey, hold on. This is you. You did do this. You need to own it.
And that's the thing. I mean, I was talking on episode 2 with the Stone Vet. That's what me and Kyle were talking about, is that, I'm 37 years old now, I'm getting up there. I'm almost damn near 40. You believe that shit?
Yeah, I do. What?
I'm almost 40, but it's taking vets time to realize that they're fucked up, that they deal with shit.
Yes,
like, why are you so angry? Why do you act like that to people? Why are you being mean or what? And it's like, am I really being mean? Am I really being an asshole? I thought I was just being me. And this takes time to just let our pride sit down for a minute. Let our pride rest and say, dude, I am being an asshole. I am being mean to you. And there's no reason for it. There's no reason for me being stupid or ignorant towards you. I said my hardest part is making friends, trying to make friends. I said, I don't know how to make friends. I've never had to make friends. Maybe when I was like 2 years old, from 2 to 12, 2 to 13 years old, I made friends. I met kids running around the street with me. But after that, I joined the Marine Corps at 17 years old. I was 17 when I joined.
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
There was no
Yeah.
friends. I met Marines. We went through the same shit together. We battled through the same shit. Those were my friends.
That's your family, man.
But yeah, but to be out now and try to make friends, I'm like, that's what me and Kyle were talking about. We're like, dude, I said, I can talk to a vet. I'm talking to you. Look how I'm talking to you. Like I've known you forever. Why?
I know.
Because like we've been doing this shit forever. I haven't met you one day. This is the first day I've actually like met you without watching you on TikTok. Like sit down and actually have a conversation like this and not talk to you through TikTok. Just message, tapping them keys. Like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. You know, we're actually sitting down and having a conversation. But you see how comfortable it is, right? It's easy to talk with you. I can talk with you because you understand what I deal with. I'm understanding what you're dealing with. You know, do I understand?
And we don't judge it.
I'm not
And that's a lot of things that what we need to also understand is that if you have a family member that isn't, if you have a wife or a husband or a girlfriend or a boyfriend that doesn't understand the service or doesn't want to understand, does not put the effort forth to really like know everything about your job. Like it's important as a military spouse to know like who your guys' battles are at work.
Absolutely.
Who's his chain of command? Who's his NCO? Who his first sergeant is? You know, like to me, if you're going to be a responsible military wife or spouse, these are things that are kind of your responsibility. Because if you're going to be the first line of defense for everyone, and if that person is in trouble, if you can't get to them, if you can't relate, you need to know who his second is that he can open up to and not take it personally if it's not you.
Right. And that's my biggest thing. That's my biggest thing. I mean, I've been with my wife for 20 years. She's been with me since the beginning, since I stepped on the yellow fucking footprints and said, "Yep, I'm here to do this." You know, she's still here. And I told her, I said, I fucked you over. I have fucked you over so many times, and I'm still amazed that you're still sitting here with me and all my kids. You know, I deserve it. I deserve to get the shit kicked out of me for what I've done to her. I've broke her heart so many times, and it's sad because I get pissed off about it. Because I was selfish. I'm selfish. I'll take care of me. I don't take care of, you know, and that's one of the biggest things she tells me about. She's like, you're not emotional to me. You're not emotional. I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to figure out how to be emotional. I don't know how to fucking be emotional. I sit down and have a conversation with you, but I mean, every time we talk, I mean, when you start dating or doing whatever, you know, you're like, oh, yeah. But when you got kids, it's like, dude, let's just sit and be quiet. The house is quiet. The kids are rambunctious. But I do need to sit down with her and talk with her and let her know, you know, this is what's going on right now. This is how I'm feeling. This is what we're about to build a new house. I got to build a bigger house. There's 9 people in my house right now, and I got a small house. 9 people in the house, you know, I'm just like, shit. So I got to build a bigger house, right? I got to provide enough rooms for all the kids. I already don't have enough rooms for all the kids. Luckily, my little ones, I got a 7-month-old and a 13-month-old in the house right now. And so
they have you and your wife as parents. I am not concerned at all. Don't worry.
And so I got my little kid sleeping in the office right now. I took all my stuff out of the office. The office is in my bedroom now. I got him sleeping in the office now. I got one bedroom's got 3 girls in it. And then I got one bedroom. My son, he's 15. He's got his own room. I was like, you get your own room because you're the big one.
From an only child, I'm jealous. You know, they may be complaining, but when they're going to be complaining in high school about, oh, we didn't, well, guess what? I would have loved to have 2 other girls in my bedroom, like just to have sisters there. They may hate it now,
they love each other. They get on each other's nerves, but they love each other, you know. I've got 3 of them in one smashed in one room. I was like, I got to get a bigger room for you guys so you guys have enough room in there for each other. So we're working on building a house right now. My wife's super excited. She's super excited.
Congratulations. She deserves it. You better give her all of those designs over.
Oh, no, I told her. She's like, what do you think about this? I said, I don't care. I'm just sleeping there. I don't get, however you want it to look, whatever you want in the house, whatever tile, whatever floors, whatever walls, that's on you. You tell me so I know how much I got to cough up to pay for it. But That's on you. I said, you're the homemaker. You make this a home. Everywhere I've gone, you've always made it a home. It's not just a house, it's a home. People love coming to us, you know. One of the biggest things she misses is the holidays. I used to bring my brothers to the house all the time. I said, "You going home for the holidays?" I said, "Nope." I said, "Come to the house. We're gonna have a big ass Thanksgiving dinner. We're gonna have a big ass turkey
Oh,
dinner."
don't remind me.
You know,
Yes.
I miss it. We miss it. You know, we miss it. And I try to find vets, even there with the Air Force vets. I say, "You going home, dude?" Because I work with the active duty Air Force. I tell you going home? No, come to the house, dude. Come to the house.
Always.
I'll
We
feed
still
you.
do that. We still do that here. My family and I still do that here all the
You
time.
break bread, man. When you break bread with people, that's how you build relationships. That's how I make friends. Let's break bread. Let's go eat. This is what it's about. It's hanging out and doing this and just talking about our problems and building that community. That's why I said the Stone Vet. That's why I try to bring people over. Hey, dude, you may not even know so-and-so is right down the street from you. Like you, I told you, I got my buddy Jason, my brother Jason. He's there in Clearwater. I mean, just to reach out and say, hey, give me a call, dude. Don't be another fucking statistic,
Right.
dude. We're trying to end the statistics that are out there. Man, I don't do whatever you live, whatever your life has come to right now. I don't understand it, but I'll listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll listen to what you're dealing with. I don't need to talk. Just I'll be here. I'll be the bag you spit into. You know,
Yeah, and it won't surprise me, offend me, scare me, or make me run away from you.
You can cuss, you can do whatever you want, you can vomit, whatever. I'll sit here and listen. That's all you need is an ear to listen to. That's it. If you're here, I mean, nobody else is gonna understand you. You know, you can go try to reach out. Like I said, I can't. I've tried to meet my wife. She makes friends like it's nobody's business. It's easy for people. People see her face and they will vomit their whole story to her. And she's like, I asked her, I said, who's that? She's like, I don't have the slightest clue who that was, but they just told me their whole life story. But she has that face. She has a very friendly face that people will just talk to her and tell her anything and everything. And I'll ask her. I mean, one time I went to go pick up a pizza. She was in the car. She sat in the car while I went in to go get the pizza. Next thing I know, she's got some woman at the window talking to her. I said, who's that? She's like, I ain't got no idea, but she just told me everything that has happened in her life. I said, you and that damn face, everybody will just spit their whole entire life to you. She's like, I don't know what it is, but they've done that all my life. They've
Can't
gone,
wait to meet her.
you know.
Sadly, I'm one of those statistics where I have less friends who have passed away than I have alive. So that's actually what brought me to social media.
And then, of course, you know, and I'm glad I've met you. I'm glad I got to meet you. I mean, this is awesome. Like, I mean, you don't know me from some dumbass walking down the street. You're like, who the fuck is that guy? You know?
No, but we've been communicating on the same mission for a while. So I understood your point of view and the reason why you wanted me on here and vice versa.
You know, and just to help. I mean, that's the biggest thing with the Stone Vet is helping people. Helping
Exactly.
veterans, you know, because this guy, you know, veterans can be stubborn as shit. This guy I'm talking to on my group, he's stubborn as shit. No reason to live. Dude, there's a reason to live. What is it though? You find out what it is. I can't tell you what your reason is, but there's a reason you're still here. Because if there wasn't a reason, you wouldn't be here anymore. But there's a
but sometimes people give up the hope of finding the purpose of the reason. I think a lot of times we have to remind them that they've actually made it through 100% of their worst days.
Yeah, you know, and that's what we're here is to help. Hey, dude, you made it. You've made it. You're still here. Find something. If you're like, I don't know what my purpose is, dude, get involved with the veteran community. I haven't lived your life. I haven't walked in your shoes, but I'm here to listen what you're dealing with because I don't need you to be another statistic.
I don't either.
I'm here to listen to you. If I can't help you, like I said, I've got on the Stone Vet Facebook group, I've got Vet to Vet Crisis Line. If you don't want to talk to me, talk to them. Hell, if you don't want to talk to them, there's somebody else. You can reach out to people.
And you know what? I really appreciate you inviting me on. I know this is going to be a continued thing where now I just harass the hell out of you.
No, absolutely. Well, that's how it is, guys. Here at the Stone Vet, man, this is what it's about, is shooting the shit. Even if, like I said, me and Laura, this is our first time actually sitting down and actually speaking with each other firsthand without talking on TikTok or over the phone through text message. We actually got video conversation right here, getting to meet each other. As us veterans, we all took that oath to defend our country against foreign and domestic, right? Right now, there's a lot of domestic crap going on. Make sure you guys take care of each other. That's what we're here, is to take care of our own. Remember, here at the Stone Vet, we got your six.
Wonderful day. Wonderful day. Ain't stressed about nothing right now, cause everything's straight. I'm feeling so grateful, thanking my maker for this wonderful day. Ain't tripping on nothing right now, cause everything's straight. I'm feeling so grateful, thanking my maker